everybody, welcome to my second video tutorial. Today I want to show you how I edit my pics and how I come from this untouched raw file to this finished image. Step by step, we start here in Lightroom. This is a raw file. For all of those guys who have asked themselves JPEG or RAW, my answer is definitely RAW. You have way more possibilities and yeah, it's better for me. I never shoot JPEG. So we start from top to the bottom. First of all, profile. I choose camera standard. I like the look and the colors, and yeah, you can check what's best for you. Next step, and very important in this picture, is the white balance. As you can see, it's very yellow and doesn't look nice. First of all, we try to set it on automatic. No, not perfect, still a bit bluish now. So we zoom in, take our white balance selector tool and choose a neutral white area in the pic, like here, one of the white hairs on the spider's leg. Click it and you can see white balance looks good now. Next step, tone. Meanwhile, I used to click on automatic and most of the time it works. In this case, we just take down the vibrance a bit more. 9 is absolutely enough, and saturation we can put on 0. It's pretty colorful already without adding more saturation. Next step is the tone curve. I have a preset here. I just click it. As you can see, I have the highlights at plus 13, lights plus 7, darks minus 4, and shadows minus 5. Show you what it makes. I switch it off. See, it adds a bit more contrast, the colors look brighter and nicer. And next step, HSL color, we don't do anything here now. Next step is the details. For the details I have a preset too. I just click it and sharpening. I use an amount of 45, radius 0.9, detail 33, and the masking is done individual, every pick a bit different. We click on Alt and turn the slider up until there are no more white dots in the background. So we only want to sharpen our subject, in this case the spider. That was it. Next step is lens correction. As you can see, it's already activated. You can see I've used my Sony 90mm macro lens. The lens is pretty good corrected itself, so it doesn't make a real big difference. The edges of the picture get a bit brighter if it's on. Just standard thing to do. And yeah, that was it. In Lightroom at first, we go to Color Efex Pro. It's part of the Nick collection, a freeware you can download. There are no more updates, but it's still a very useful and nice program. We get on here photo, edit in Color Efex Pro 4, and we edit a copy with the Lightroom adjustments. Now it takes a bit till Color Efex opens. I've already made a preset in Color Efex, but I'll show you step by step what I've done there. This is my preset. I click it and say yes, I want to have it on my whole image. And here on the right you can see 4 different filters. First of all, brilliance and warmth. I've chosen saturation of 1%, warmth of 3%, and perceptive saturation 8%. I switch it off to show you what it makes. Yeah, it's not much, but it's a little bit. It gets a bit more clear, maybe. Hard to describe. Have to check it by yourself. Next thing we do is the detail extractor. I have chosen values of 80%, contrast 6%, and saturation 10%. Radius normal, but we don't use it on the whole image, only on our subject. We take control point, click here and adjust the size. It makes the lights a bit down and the shadows a bit up, just like in Lightroom, but it looks a bit different in Color Efex Pro. That's why I use it. I switch it off to show you what it makes. You can see especially the white highlights here in the face get more details when it's on. Next step is the color contrast range filter. Color 0, color contrast 9%, and contrast 12%. We also use the control point. We only want to add some extra color contrast on our subject, like our spider face here. We adjust the size of the filter, and to show you what it makes, I switch it off. Makes it a bit more bright and shiny. I really like that. Last step is the Pro Contrast filter. This is very nice. I really like it, especially if your white balance is not on point. I've chosen remove color, don't know the English word. The program is set on German. It makes the white balance correct. The contrast is on 2% and dynamic contrast is on 9%. That's a filter I want to use on the whole image. Now it's still switched off, 0%, and then we turn the slider up. In this case we can pull it to 100%, and yeah, that was it in Color Efex Pro. We click on save and the image gets saved and automatically added to Lightroom. In Lightroom we have a few steps now left. I show you as soon as it's ready here. Open Lightroom here again, and you can see that's our image out of Color Efex. First thing we want to do is get the crop the image a bit. I just want to have the eyes in the center of the picture, just like that. That's enough. Click on done. Next thing we do, I like to add a little vignette just to expose the subject a bit more. And here we are at Effects, and we turn the slider a bit down. You can see the edges get darker and our subject looks more bright now. Now the image looks pretty good, but we have some sensor stains here left, as you can see. We use the stain removal tool and just stamp all the stains away. In this case, there are not that much stains left here. Oh, one here. scroll through the pic, see if we find some more. Here, here. Oh, there's one. And one is left here. And it looks pretty good now. Oh, there's one more spot left here. Yeah, that's a big disadvantage of mirrorless cams. You get more dust way faster on your sensor, especially in macro photography where you step down very much. You see them pretty fast, but well, that's how it is. Once or twice a year I clean my sensor, but a few weeks later it's dirty again and I have to remove the stains. But our pic is ready now and we can export it. I usually take JPEG, full quality, color space, sRGB, totally enough, sharpen for screen, high sharpening for the output, and we export it. And that's our finished image. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that helps you a bit. If you have questions or any ideas for video tutorials in the future, let me know it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.